Hello. Hi, my dear data fan. A very good evening. Welcome back to our channel, Balaji Azure Talks. So, somebody already knew who is in the channel. So, because we have started this channel, the people to support the data engineers. Data engineers means we are the data engineers. So, who are preparing for the interviews, and sometimes we feel unconfused about where to start and how to answer the questions, especially what points we need to highlight, right? So because of that only, so I have started this interview series. So maybe sometimes videos got delayed, but I will post continuously since now. So basically we will give the kind of the structured explanation and kind of the real-time project discussion. So how we have to answer the questions, how we have to answer for that particular questions with examples. So everything I will give you all the, kind of the information to you guys. Okay. So today our topic is kind of the auto loader. So some of the people already knew. So this auto loader concept is like very frequent go to question or frequently asked questions during the interviews. Okay. So before we are entering into the auto loader topics, so we will know first of one of the topic. Okay. So I knew some of the data engineers already knew about the incremental load or incremental files. So guys, you already knew, right? So incremental files are nothing but the, new files. So for example, if we take an example, so we have loaded the thousands files up to today. Okay. So those are the files we do have. So tomorrow we are getting the one more file. So that is thousands one file. So that means that one file is the new file. So we no need to load all these thousand and along with the new file again tomorrow. Instead of that, what we will do, right? So basically, we will ingest those one file, so which are the new file. Okay. So we may get the doubt. So how would we know? How would pipeline know? How would Databricks know? This is the like a kind of the new file. Okay. So hope you understand now what is the, at least you got some clarity, what is the incremental files. Incremental files are nothing but the new files. Okay. So that means in the Azure Data Factory, so we do have the one option like kind of the watermarking mechanism we do have. So what this watermarking mechanism will do, so basically based on the timestamp column, so it will ingest the only the new files so arrived into the our storage account. Okay. So by using the maximum date or last updated date or updated timestamp, that is a different topic. If you need, I will explain that watermark mechanism again. So like that also we do have the option auto loader. So this auto loader is nothing but the, basically it is a kind of the future in Databricks. So which will automatically detect and process the new files whenever they arrive into the our cloud storage. Maybe that cloud storage, whatever it is maybe the Amazon S3 or maybe our Azure Data Lake, which is our favorite storage as a data engineer, and we may have the any GCP cloud storage, anything guys. Okay. So whenever new files are automatically arrives to our storage account, so it will detect that new file and it will ingest that new file only. Okay, now you are super clear with the autoloader. So then you all are intelligent people. So that's why you caught one question. Okay, so whenever file arrives, how would autoloader knew? So this is the new file. I got your question. So for that only we do have one bar, that is the checkpointing. Okay. So this is the main bar. What is this role is in this autoloader? So checkpointing, what it will do? So basically it will maintain the some kind of the metadata internally. Okay. So what it will do? So it will maintain one kind of the metadata. So whenever any file arrives into the our storage account, so it will remember. Basically, autoloader will give the kind of the like a commands. Hey checkpoint, you just remember which files have already been processed and please make sure. So and you bookmark that particular files which are already processed, and also without any delay, if there is any file arrives into the any storage account, you just resume from the last checkpoint instead of reprocessing everything. Then checkpoint say Yes, boss, I will follow your orders. Okay. So I hope you clear. So it's nothing but the whenever any files are processed already. So this checkpoint remember up to that state. So whenever new file arrives, it will process those new file only. Okay. If the job stops or restart, this autoloader will resume from the last checkpoint instead of the reprocessing everything. So it will ensure the efficiency. Hope you got clear, right? So it's a nothing but the it will just save the state of the stream, okay, up to where so we have processed the which files we have processed. So if you want a general example, okay, so for example, we have a we already discussed 100 files we already ingested yesterday. Okay. So this autoloader won't reload them today. So what it from where it will start? It will start from the next new file. So this internally this checkpoint will remember all the states. Okay. Hope you clear it. So what is the use of the autoloader? So autoloader what it will do, right? So basically, whenever we do have the millions of the files per hour we are getting, you all guys know about the streaming data. Streaming data will come continuously from our sources, right? So whenever that we are getting the data continuously, it is very difficult for us to scan the data or to do the any kind of the manual work, right? So for that only, so this autoloader it effortlessly it will handle the millions of the files per hour. Okay. Okay. So also it saves the cost. So how it will save the cost? So we already discussed one example right now. So it will avoid the repeated scans of the entire directories. So for example, we have loaded the 100 files up to yesterday. So it won't go again to that 100 files and it won't scan. It just scan only the new file. So which is arrived tomorrow. Okay. So like that it will save the cost and it's a flexible in the sense we can use any kind of the coding languages in our Databricks notebook. Okay. So you may have the doubt, definitely you will get the doubt because you all are very good, great and intelligent people. So how does autoloader know when new files are in? So we already discussed checkpoint is one of the main boss who internally manages all this kind of the mechanism. So and also we do have the two methods. One is the directory listing and one is the file event notification. Basically in the first method, that is the directory listing, so it will scan the all the file. So whenever any new file coming to the our so for example, we do have the blob container right now. So one file is arrived to the our blob container. So what it will do, right? So this directory listing autoloader will go to that particular blob container and it will scan the all the files and it will load it into the our target. That is the first method. This is the easy and simple method. So it has some cons. So we already discussing right now. So it will go and scan the files. So for example, whenever we do have the millions of the files, it is like a kind of the time taking process, right? So that's why it is simple for simple data. Okay. So then we do have the one more method, file event notification. Okay, what it will do? So basically it will integrate with our cloud storage account. So if in this video, if any of data engineering watching this video, right, so they may have one topic familiar. Okay, so that is the Azure Logic App. So guys, Azure Logic App, whenever any file arrived or if any failures happen in the pipeline, it will get the we will get the notification, right? So by using the kind of the Logic App. So similar way, so whenever any file is arrived to the blob container, so it will give the kind of the event notification. So then it will process the files. Okay. These are the two methods we do have. Whenever any new file arrives to our storage account, we'll simply use this any one of that. So mostly we will use the file event notification because so most of the cases we will deal with the large volume of the data. Okay. Okay. This is the nothing but the architecture. So whenever file is arrived to the our storage account, so it will ingest those data by using the checkpointing mechanism. It will process the only new file and schema evaluation. Schema evaluation is nothing but whenever we are adding the new files, So definitely we need to deal with the schemas also. We have to maintain the same schemas, right? Otherwise, pipeline will got fed. So that's why it is also automatically managed. Finally, it will load to the storage account. Okay. Okay. So, one of the important point, does autoloader support the only batch data? No, mostly so basically this autoloader will support the both the streaming and batch modes. So basically in a batch mode, we have to use one option like kind of the trigger dot available now. So if we use this option, it will process all the available file once later it will stop. In streaming mode, it will automatically ingest the new files whenever they arrive. Okay. So I have provided the one kind of the sample code also. It is a kind of the snippet, kind of the syntax you can read. Okay. So basically it is nothing but the, so we are reading one file from the storage account. Okay. First we are defining the input source, we are telling the Spark to use the autoloader by using the cloud files. So after that we are specifying the file type, that is the CSV if you see here, and we are enabling the schema also true. Infer schema equals to true, it will, and we are using the kind of the mount location which will points to the cloud storage directory where CSV files are, right? And if you see here cloud files dot schema location, basically it is storing the schema information so it can evolve if new column appear later, and it is using the checkpoint location. So already we discussed, it will track of which files have already been processed. So if there is any job restart, this autoloader will resume from the last checkpoint instead of the reloading everything. So finally, read stream and write stream means this pipeline continuously ingests the new CSV files as they arrive. So finally, we are writing it into the delta table. Okay. So this is all about the kind of the autoloader. Hope it will be helpful to you. Definitely it will be helpful because nowadays most of the people are asking about the autoloader and what is the internal mechanism of it, and how do autoloader know whenever any file arrives to the storage account. Hope you guys like this video. Kindly subscribe our channel, and guys, if you need any topic to be discussed by me, so kindly comment there, so I'll definitely discuss about those points. Thank you very much.